Large crowd turning out outside the Grand Hotel on the 28th of May in Kristiansand to see the start at 10 o'clock in the morning. Up to the ramp goes number 2 then, Eriksen, and away goes the highly experienced driver. There'll be 3 days of hard rallying as away goes number 3, Gunnar Pedersen and Jan-Olof Bolin. They, of course, won one of the recent Dutch National Rally events. And then number 4, a man well known in European rallying circles, Mats Jonsson, with the Opel Kadett GSI. As ever, the organisers of this South Swedish Rally, headed by Anders Anderholm, will be taking great care of the safety for spectators. The majority of the events being held over loose surface roads, as through goes Eriksen. Powerful Group A Audi Quattro, storming through in great style. But he wasn't to be quickest, and nor in fact was Gunnar Pedersen to be quickest over the first few stages. Beautiful special stages, well marked and well liked by the international entry. Through goes number 4, Mats Jonsson. Well, he was to hit problems early on when he actually hit an errant elk. The poor old elk needed hospital treatment and was to be seen no more amongst the spectators on this superb South Swedish Rally. Through goes number 5, another pre-rally favourite, Eriksen Johansson, co-driven by Jan Ostensen with their Audi Coupe Quattro. And plenty of Audi Coupe Quattros here, as number 6 is Martin Erickson, another very quick driver. The Swedish Rally Championship, undoubtedly one of the most prestigious of the national championships held throughout Europe. Number 8 is Naylor Johansson, and then we move to another special stage, and once again, in the order that they left the start in Kristiansand, through goes Eriksen. But he's to be headed in the early stages by none other than Harry Jockey, the number 11 car we have yet to see, the Peugeot 205 GTI. That was a real surprise as through goes Gunnar Pedersen, climbing up the leaderboard. Number 4, Mats Jonsson, obviously before he hit the elk. He was lying in 5th place overall at the time. He's chased through by number 6, Martin Erickson. He was placed in 4th place. And then Naylor Johansson with the very quick Opel Kadett, the GSI. Number 9 coming through is Sadie Fordin with the Opel Manta. He's actually from Brazil. And then the first of the Subaru Leon turbochargers for Roger Erickson. And then this man, Harry Jockey, with the very quick Peugeot 205, and that was a real surprise because he took the early lead. Number 12 going through, Torbjörn Edling with the Mazda 323 four-wheel drive. He was to be quickest on the second special stage. And then number 13, Ola Stromberg, one of the most experienced of the rally drivers here on this South Swedish Rally. So after 6 special stages, here we are at the first of the rest halts at Kosterboda, and it is in fact Edling who leads with the Mazda 323. This area famous, of course, for the beautiful glass they manufacture. So another section of stages starting in the late afternoon at just before 5 o'clock in the evening. Of course, the evening's very long here, and the run back to Kristiansand, where they'll finish just before midnight. As ever, the South Swedish Rally attracting plenty of spectators to all of the special stages. Note They're all well back from the special stage. The International Swedish Rally, of course, held in the early part of February, the second round of the World Rally Championship. That's already been covered here on Sky, as we cover all the rounds of the World Rally Championship Series, as well as the prestigious and important events that take place throughout Europe in the rallying world. Number 3 going through, trying exceptionally hard, Gunnar Pedersen. He wants to make up for relatively slow times for him. He'll be in 3rd place. A very sideways Martin Erickson with the number 6 Audi Quattro. He's still in 4th spot. And all the Audis, of course, chasing the leader, Edling, with the Mazda 323. Number 8 going through, Naylor Johansson, the Opel Kadett GSI, just that little bit underpowered, as is Sadie Bordin with the Opel Manta. But it's good to see a Brazilian here rallying on the roads of this South Swedish Rally. Then the Subaru number 10 coming through, some way down, Roger Erickson, but pretty spectacular with the Japanese machinery. This is number 11, Harry Jockey with the Peugeot 205. He'll be just behind the leader, Torbjörn Edling. Here he is, the leader, with the Mazda 323 four-wheel drive. Of course, it was a similar car, driven by Timo Salonen, that won the International Swedish Rally, round 2 of the World Rally Series. And Ola Stromberg, pretty spectacular, with the rather large and cumbersome Saab. Well, here's Per Eklund. He is now climbing back up the leaderboard and will be in 3rd spot by the time they get back to Christensen. In fact, it's quite a battle at the front, with a Mazda leading an Audi, leading Harry Jockey in 3rd place with the Peugeot. And really, we haven't seen a Peugeot 205 go quite so well in any of the European Championship events, or the World Series for that matter, for quite some time. Fun for all the family, no matter what size. As just down the road in the service area, Martin Erickson has hit something on a stage, as you can see, damaged the side of the Audi Coupe, and that will have cost him a lot of time. A pretty hard rally, with it only finishing in Christensen, as we said, late on the 27th of May. So once again, Per Eklund fighting to get on terms with leader Edling with a Mazda 323. Superb stages on this South Swedish Rally, testing the cars to their very full. Very similar perhaps to the RAC Rally, or should we say that the RAC Rally is very similar to the South Swedish Rally. Number 6, Martin Erickson, trying to make up for lost time. Number 8 going through, Naylor Johansson. He's down in 6th place, as off goes Sadie Bordin. Please come the other way. That's right, a little bit of reversing up the stage did nobody any harm. And up here, you know, towards the television camera. Thank you. And now you can turn left. And it's even signposted. But real problems for number 10, Roger Erickson with the Subaru. Look at that rear wheel, is just hanging on, and I'm sure that will spell retirement. Out goes Eriksen with something very second-hand on that Subaru. Another man surprising everybody here. Harry Jockey still with the Peugeot in 2nd spot. A superb effort, but absolutely nobody can touch Torbjörn Edling with that Mazda 323. It's a private entry, number 12. He's nearly 1 minute ahead of Harry Jockey and still Ola Stromberg, throwing that car about in spectacular fashion. This way, please. Yes, the road is actually the bit between the green pieces. Number 22 going through. And that's Soren Nielsen in 10th place with the Audi. So night falls as Per Eklund comes through, headlights ablaze. What superb stages here on this South Swedish Rally, with the Audi Coupe Quattros chasing the Mazda 323. 48 seconds lead then for Thorbjorn Edling, and at the halfway stage, after 13 special stages, we asked him, was it the car or was it the driver that was so quick?
Oh, it must be a combination, because only a fast car don't goes fast, and only a fast driver without a fast car don't go fast.
You think the Mazda is now quicker than the Audis?
I hope so.
You're also leading the Swedish Championship. Have you many more rounds to go, and what are your hopes for the championship?
I hope to win it, and we have 3 more after this.
Will you look to more international events after this year?
Maybe if someone pays I will go, but I don't have the money to do it myself. But
Mazda must be very pleased with you so far, I should think.
yes, I hope so.
Well, we wish you the best luck and hope to see you in the future as well as at the Endless Rally.
Me too. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Erickson, flying 5th halfway through the South Swedish Rally. Are you a little disappointed?
Okay, it's nice to be higher up, and I am quite happy. It was not so easy first day. I was first on the road and was lot of loose gravel, and it was like fresh snow to drive on. But today is better.
Have you had any problems with the car? Or
No.
Just the speed of the Mazda?
The Mazda is no chance to beat. It's too quick for the Audi.
Yeah. Well, we wish you the best luck anyway. Hope
Thanks.
to see you high up later on.
Okay.
Good.
And so to the restart on the 29th of May from Christiansen, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Number 12, Edling gets away with the Mazda 323. Nice to see the Mazda doing so well in the Swedish series, because they're not doing too hot in the World Rally Championship because they haven't been competing it. They've been complaining about problems with their gearbox. They've got a new gearbox homologated, and they will be at the Rally of Argentina, the next round in the World Series, a round that you can see here, of course, on Sky Channel. Sky Channel being the only pan-European broadcaster to go to the Rally of Argentina. But back to the South Swedish Rally. And we really have got to say that we have never seen such lovely special stages for the cars to compete on. Almost every stage testing the skill of the driver and the tenacity and the reliability of each car. So Edling it is who leads. In second place is number 5 now, Johansson, dropping back a little bit now, 50 seconds down. And in third place, number 6, that's Martin Eriksen, making up for lost time after that little off. But all the while, Per Eklund is fighting his way back up the leaderboard. And now in fourth place is Harry Jockey. Harry still doing terrifically well with that Peugeot 205. Malcolm Wilson rallying a similar car in the British National Series, but nowhere near as quickly as Harry Jockey. In fifth place then is Per Eklund, who is overhauling the Peugeot. And in sixth place, number 8, Naylor Johansson with the Opel Kadett GSI. Really doesn't have the power to keep up with the Mazda, or it would seem with the Audi, but as we said, the Peugeot still very much the surprise. Edling still in the lead, increasing his lead to just over 1 minute now, and obviously a very happy man. And why shouldn't he be? As the stages now go on through the night onto the morning of the final day, or the final morning, the 30th of May, a really hard event. In fact, we think that the South Swedish Rally is perhaps more difficult than the average World Rally Championship. It's very rare that the World Series now has special stages throughout the night, but here the South Swedish Rally, special stages number 19, for example, starting at just before midnight and running all the way through with a rest halt at 2:30 in the morning on the 30th for some 2 hours, and then the final 6 stages to the finish. And as you can see, the dry weather has given over to some rain, but it's still Edling who leads. But in the latter stages of the South Swedish Rally, unfortunately, Harry Jockey managed to turn his car over. Here he is before that actually happened, and that of course was to drop him right down the order. So the final morning of this South Swedish Rally, it's all calm here in the forest, at least at the moment. Wake up, because if you haven't woken up, these rally cars are about to wake the sleepy homes in the Swedish forests. After 22 special stages, Edling led Johansson by just 1 minute. 1 minute exactly, then 45 seconds behind comes Martin Erickson. And here is the second place car, number 5, Eken Johansson and Jan Ostensen with the Audi Coupe Quattro at 1 minute down on leader Edling, who will go on to increase his lead in the Swedish National Rally Series. And very few people, I think, would have expected the excellent way that Edling has led right from the start. Number 6, Martin Erickson, up into third place, but 1 minute and 45 seconds down on the leader. And before his roll, Harry Jockey had been in fourth place. But then there was consternation towards the end of this South Swedish Rally. Edling was being caught by Eken Johansson. The time was down to just 18 seconds between first and second, and it was a real battle for victory here on the South Swedish. Here is Johansson with the number 5 Audi Coupe Quattro, really trying hard and closing to within 18 seconds of the man who has led all the way from the very first stage, just about, number 8 going through. That is Naylor Johansson. He's down in 6th place. But some way down, some 3 minutes behind the leader, and another man to make a big charge, Per Eklund, with the Audi Coupe Quattro. He's up to 3rd place and close to within 1 minute and 24 seconds of leader Edling. It's all getting pretty fraught. Lasse Gundler comes up to 5th place with his Audi Coupe, but he's some 3 minutes and 12 seconds down on the leader. So a terrific victory then for Torbjörn Edling with the Mazda 323. He wins by some 18 seconds from Eken Johansson with the Audi Coupe Quattro. Per Eklund is 3rd. In 4th place, Martin Erickson, just 1 second behind 3rd place man Eklund. 5th place, Lasse Gundler, and in 6th place, Naylor Johansson. In next week's Shell's International Motorsports programme, we go to the 500cc Austrian Motorcycle Grand Prix. And believe you me, it's a real thriller. We stay in Sweden for round 2 of the European Rallycross Championship, a series, of course, exclusive to Sky. That comes from Sweden. And then we go to the Camel French Motocross Grand Prix, round 2 of the 500cc Motocross World Championship. And remember, next Monday's motorsport news comes to you direct from Donington Park, home of this year's Shell Oil's British Grand Prix. There'll be all the action from both the 250 and 500cc races. So stay with us for all the action.